Alright, so yeah, we're just waiting on Axel to join. Hopefully he'll be in here in a little bit. Okay, we good to go. Maybe. if they're if they're gonna get 3 on there. Alright. Alright, we're good. Nothing like a little technical problems in Rocket League, but that's nothing new here. But yeah, here we're displaying 2 new Spartan teams. We haven't yet had the pleasure of fully seeing, and this is a fun way to see both in a crew style event. You see different modes. First up, we're playing 3v3, and loser of this picks if they want to do a 1v1 or 2v2. So certainly interesting, and also some good defense as the attack testing Spartan Revenant. That's a brand new logo reveal. Also, both logo reveals as Emerson kicks us off in style. If you haven't seen Spartan Godspeed logo, we do display it at the beginning of the stream. But we just got Revenant today, so some new logos for you. And Spartan Godspeed, we got Pax, Emerson, and Loki representing. Meanwhile, Spartan Revenant, Astro, March, and DP, but that's Meep, aka Meep. Alright, Loki gets a touch. A little bit errant, needs multiple players attacking. Spartan Revenant still down by 1, trying to find their opening. Astro trying to turn on this. Around 1, around 2, but that's where it stops. And Loki a little bit awkward. Axe trying to clear it out. And what was that? Did he just like switch? Illegal. You better cut that out right now. That's the point of this, I guess, to work out the kinks. I don't know if that's a habit he's got, but yeah, definitely don't be doing that in league match. Although honestly, I don't even know what happens with that. I don't think anyone knows. Just like frowned upon. But halftime is here. Only a 1 goal difference. Pax cuts midfield, but Meep is there. And March waiting for that demo. Smart. What can he do? That long car, and just gets enough. Wasn't sure if it was high enough. Doesn't matter. We're tied 1 apiece. And Pax not quite expecting it to get much height. And Loki lining it up. Denied, but Pax ready and waiting. Right in front of net. A great follow-up. Spartan Godspeed get that lead very quickly. Get it back. But 2 minutes to play. And certainly a goal here for Godspeed would help bolster their lead. Give them a chance. A good chance to win that game 1.
This is chalk.
But DP is back, ties it up, and as you can hear, M's inner voice
This is chalk.
says chalk because it hit the crossbar and went in. But close battle, what a 50. That Batmobile is good for that.
This is chalk.
And March can't find the net.
This
More
is chalked.
attacking here. And Emerson almost hits it coast to coast. And now the counter. Anybody on defense? Good denial. As Bax has to clear, buy some more time. DP has full boost. Time, space. What can they do?
This is
And
chalk.
just a follow. An awkward play. Astro able to find the mark. And tough to read. Gets by one. Just narrows out past Pax. And going for that double. Denied.
This is chalked.
But a lot of crossbar hits. And 38 seconds left. Last chance for Godspeed to put something together to tie things up. Emerson hits it downfield. Adds another. Astro has to get a touch. Does. Pax, though, collects the boost. Trying to make magic happen by one, and they do it. The combo. Emerson and Pax put together when they needed to. And lined up, shot 3-3 at 20 seconds left. Do we see a kickoff goal to end things? 15 seconds. That pre-jump is there. Loki deleted. And will we see OT? Game 1? Or is it going to end right here? And Asho there. Yeah, almost thought. Maybe. But keep it up. OT game 1 starts now. And Emerson with the block. And just gonna continue going on. Pax blasts it. What a shot. Pinpoint accuracy. Nails it. And Godspeed take game 1. And Spartan Revenant, they're gonna have to pick what they want to do here. 1v1 or 2v2. Alright, 1v1. Alright, 1v1 chosen. I think I have an idea who we're gonna see. Uh-oh, Loki lagging there. Hey, what's up, Turtle? How you doing? Make sure to message the guys that I sent you. And here we go. Emerson against Astro. We haven't seen Astro in action. So, looking forward to this. And don't forget, these guys can't play in the 2v2. So, later on, game 4... Emerson and Astro are gonna be prevented from playing, and Emerson scores quickly off that favorable kickoff. Look at DMs and reply there. Alright, so M and Astro, game 2.
This is chalked.
Alright, and I'm pretty sure Ollie, I don't know if Ollie's still on vacation as well, on his cruise. So I was aware of that.
This is chalked.
But, alright, thanks for messaging. And, yeah, totally understandable with other things going on. But, yeah, at the least, you just let them know, like, hey, I'll try to get a tryout when I can. I do have some live stuff. But that's understood. But Emerson scores his second goal and looking solid. And that nice initial touch puts him in a good position. And gets that 50 and up 3. We know Emerson. We had the idea he would be playing. We know he loves to play them ones. And here it is paying off.
This is chalked.
He almost hit that, but Rocket League had other plans. And it certainly might be chalked after that one. If not, we'd say he is in solid form and nothing Astro can do, but Astro still has 3 minutes, plenty of time to turn things around. And going for the aggressive bump style. But Emerson narrowly makes a mistake. Will it matter? And perhaps we're seeing Astro's chance slip away. Almost got it by Emerson. Low on boost. And Emerson just straight facing that ball. Astro couldn't quite clear it. And that's a risky squishy save. But you gotta respect the style points. But hold on. Nothing like a kickoff goal. Sneak one in there. Emerson goes for a boost and perhaps didn't expect a quick shot. But halftime is here. Score 4-1.
This is chalked.
And Emerson can't quite hit the net. He had the options. Slowed things up. Astro was a little bit awkward. But Emerson right back at it. And enough power to put it in. And add another. Those quick kickoff goals add up quick. But Astro fires right back. Lead cut down to 4. But and just add in a little security here. And looking in much favor of Emerson. Up 7-2 with under a minute 30 to play. And now, you see basically what's in the repertoire. Might get a little more flashy as time goes on. Putting it together, but kind of fizzled out there, and Astro reminds him what happens.
This is chalked. This is chalked.
9-3 becomes 10-3. Beautiful read.
Chalked.
As tough to know if it's bouncing left or right on that corner post.
This is chalked.
It is, and he gets to say it constantly. Alright, 10-3. Now we go back to 3v3s. And Revenant, they're going to want a redemption on that game 1. They were winning with 20 seconds left. And let it slip away. Alright, they do know 3v3. Alright, we are good. Now, back to 3v3. We didn't change the map though, because we suck. Loki attempting a shot. And that little gap in time, you wonder how it affects things, right? Because it's a good amount of time in between. You gotta remember that you gotta play 3v3. And Loki gets things kicked off with a nice 50. And somehow March got the demo blasted backwards. What an interesting turn of events. Emerson blocked by me. And Pax trying to get it out. Loki trying his hand, and good contained pressure from Revenant. Gotta be careful not to trip over each other. Be stuck in that corner.
This is chopped.
And hits the crossbar, but Loki reading, and Loki warming up this game. Relatively quiet
This
the previous,
chopped.
but putting it together now. And hit downfield. March taps it down. Still in Godspeed's half. Emerson down to Loki. Low boost does tap it out. Pax a high ball. As Revenant gonna need reinforcements. And continue blasting off the backboard. No one there, but Meep does get a touch and trying to follow. Redirects Emerson there just in time. And going all the way back. Revenant have to reset. But that nice bounce works for Loki. Just prime position. Able to make the most of that favorable circumstance. And Godspeed up by 3 now, but a little bit of life, a little bit of luck. They'll take what they can get. Revenant are on the board and plenty of time. 3 minutes to go. So far from over. Do we see a change of the tide? And could be another open net. Popping it high. Astro trying so hard to get there. And just edges out. March, another touch. Able to collect a boost, but trying to get out of the way. And Pax reaching. Nothing there.
This is chopped. This is chopped.
And 2 crossbar hits. Revenant just super unlucky on that. Missed opportunity. Loki was a little bit awkward, but they apply the pressure beautifully. And ramping things up. You see that first goal, you know?
This is chopped.
Sometimes it just breathes new life. They say, wait a second. We got a goal. We have to ramp things up. Now they're applying the pressure. And so close to adding another. And just a completely different turn of the game. Like halftime hit and bam. Astro gets a touch, trying for the pinch. A little bit wide. And testing that backboard. Pax in a good spot to cover it. And going back. Loki gonna try and maintain possession. Cut off. He's gonna try again. Astro with the touch. Emerson a little bit awkward. Not faltering. Pax with a touch. A little bit awkward. It's the name of the game, back and forth, but Emerson had a chance. And another one coming through. Third man comes through, and Revenant survive. Emerson trying, almost put himself in a bad spot. Under a minute to go. Loki to the side. Emerson trying for the angle. Axe on this down. That patience. Allowing the opponent to touch it in. Let me trying to tie things up. A little bit of a miscue. Do we see some magic from Revenant this time? And that is not the magic that they want. Helping's own goal. And rather unfortunate. That might have sealed game 3. Spartan Godspeed up 4-2. We saw some good moments from Revenant. They were down 3 in the game and came roaring back. Had some very solid pressure at moments. And they just put it together for a full game. Who knows? Alright, so it's a best of 7, so now we're going to 2v2. We'll actually change the map this time. Sometimes I forget, you know. Alright, so Godspeed, they have a chance to get the sweep. You have to play 2v2. It's going to be March and me against Pax and Loki. Who is going to take this one? Spartan Revenant need this win to stay alive. Pax deleted. Is that an open net? It is. And Meep adding to the tally. Alright, March aggressive playstyle. Works out perfect. Pax kicking it downfield. Can he dunk it? Some awkwardness from Revenant. But even still, solid on defense. Survive. And Pax with the touch. He's got no boost. Does get it, but gotta be careful. He's being hunted. And midfield. And Loki running low on boost. That's certainly something to look for. Boost management. Things that can be improved. Sometimes you gotta pick up those small pads. That's plenty right in front of net. Loki, touch back and forth, gets it around. Now Pax taking over. Is he going to be given the time? No. It does get a 50. Pops it high. Loki has to wait. And might have just created an opening, but the 50 is there. And March, you got to watch out for that Batmobile. And pop it high. Loki slows it up a little bit. Nice touch from March. Maybe we'll kick it down. We're closing in on 3 minutes. Very close game. As Godspeed knocking on the door. March almost getting that demo. Demo on the other end. Going right back to Loki. Pax says, I'm going to take over. And then gives it back. And denied. Almost a good team play.
This is chalked.
And that's bouncing around and in. What a counter from Revenant. Able to survive that passing play and turn it right around.
This is
And
chalked. This
so
is chalked.
awkward that it almost worked. But AP quick to get back. No one following through from Godspeed. And March. We wanted the flip reset there, March. I don't know what he's talking about. Swap players.
This is chalked.
Yeah, at this point, you just play it out. It is what it is. But 45 seconds left. Revenant in control of this 2v2. And looking to stay alive. And we're not done yet. And what a shot. Me adds to the tally in case you are wondering. And nice shot there by March after the kickoff. No cheating. That's what might happen. And they cannot luck out with a goal. Impressive from Revenant. They take a game, and we are going back to 3v3. Alright, game 5 is here. And Loki trying to get things started. And what a 50, but Emerson is back. And hits it high. March with the touch into the corner. Loki almost feeds and packs there waiting. Revenant knocking on the door as Emerson clears it. Has boost flip over one, but March waiting in the wings and trying to clear it down. Pax cuts it. 4 minutes played, or 2 play, rather. And almost team play, a little bit off the mark. Would have liked to see that passing play connect. High ball, awkward. Godspeed might be in trouble. And Astro adding to the chaos. And moving it down failed. Pax high ball. Loki just enough to get it wide. March is there. And numbers in favor. Emerson can only pop it high. There's a chance. Denied again. And a very close game in this one. Revenant backs against the wall. Godspeed win this. They win the series. They win the crew battle. Emerson, a good cutoff. Possibly a costly double commit. Emerson popping it high. And so far, no solid offensive opportunities. March there again on defense. And Loki almost creating it awkward. Let's get a bump. And games like these, sometimes that's what it comes down to. Disruption, demos.
This is chalked.
And hitting your shots as well, a little bit wide. Hits the crossbar as you can hear. With such a close matchup, what a 50. Loki overpowering. And we've seen some good 50s out of Loki in this series. And that one adds to the tally. Okay, off the backboard, Pax can only keep it in the corner. And fighting for every inch. Loki trying to pop it, meanwhile being harassed. And Emerson wants this one, but that's a high ball to reach. Astro. Meep denied. It was almost there. As they are hunting for that goal. Emerson, valiant effort. Trying to keep it in front of net. Revenant off to the races. What a demo. Anybody there. Pax able to support. And a pivotal play. 20 seconds left. Revenant aren't done yet. Almost put it together. Almost awkwardly rolls in. And Meep is that close to putting special play together, but Astro finally caps off the pressure. And a lot of crisscrossing. Able to finally make it work. And sometimes Revenant, they have that special talent, special ability. They make it look like something's almost there. They got that potential. They can just put it together. March off to the side. Meep gets a touch. Drops it down. Almost works out perfectly, but wide. And here we are, OT Game 5. Spartan Revenant fighting for their last chance to stay alive. And showing good resolve. And March, he had a perfect opportunity to steal that too much power on that Batmobile. And that's gonna hit wide. Gotta follow through. To the other end. March trying to get it to a teammate. Can he redeem himself trying for the block? And a good demo might open things up. Pack's in a tough spot. And that was bar in. They were done for. But March adding that power shot to actually hit in.
This is chalked.
And Astra almost had quite the shot. Alright, we're gonna change the map first. So we don't forget. Alright, so alright. He beat me to it, but I had to type a lot, so we're going back to ones, and it's reset, so alright, Emerson against March. This is the matchup we expected the first time around. But now we get to see it. March takes it easy. Oh snap. Dark calling it. I mean, if March takes it, we go to game 7. But Emerson said not so fast. And gets that early goal that we saw before. Able to kick things off quickly. And Fem looks anything like he did game 2. Well, she adds another and looking dangerous. Dangerous ones, man. Out here. Yo, what's up, Axel? How are you doing over there? I hope they're not beating you up over there. Yeah, I'm sure they're having fun. They love this kind of stuff, and Emerson adds another and 3 up. Those 1 days of grinding like we told them, it pays off. Emerson lives for these ones. Now they're chill, that's good to hear. But that's fully what I expected anyways. They're a good group. Emerson in a little bit of a tough spot. March still yet to find an opening. Emerson almost gave it away there, but able to follow through. March, can he get Sun going for the bump and somehow gets it? It's got to be the Batmobile. That little bit of a longer dimension somehow gets that demo. And March able to breathe. He's on the board. Can he add another with a kickoff? And hold on. A comeback is here. Not so fast. March starting to warm up. little bit of an awkward touch. Makes it a little bit rough to continue on, but soft touch testing. That's going to lead to March with possession. What can he do? He wants to get it by, and he does. Not sure if he was going to flick or keep it forward, but March making it about 3-3. Emerson princes it back. March gets it by. Can he line it up? Messed that one up. Now might get scored on because of it, but that quick challenge caught Emerson off guard. No boost. And March had it. Just ran out of umph. But Emerson can't get that flip reset. Would have been a much different story. And it's got to watch out for that demo. Turns it around. But March does collect boost on that demo attempt. And good job avoiding the demo from him. He had to be quick, you know.
This is chalked.
It's a little dangerous when you're facing your own net, bringing the ball back. It's an easy opportunity to get demoed. But quite the battle here. Things are tied under 2 minutes to play, and that's not going to find the mark. Emerson can grab the boost, but has to wait as March clears it out, and boost starving. Perhaps too strong of a touch. March gets that boost. And just back and forth battle. As they both know, next goal can be pivotal. And what a demo! Emerson finally able to act some revenge. And what's March gonna do? Opts to not go for the boost. He's confident in his ability to get it by. What a save, Emerson. It was looking shaky there. But might not matter as March gets the 54-4. And what a play. What a sequence of events. But that was bold initially. March said, forget the boost, I don't need it. And nearly scored without it.
This is chalked.
And Emerson does get it in. It's a crossbar in. But anytime you hear M's voice, that means it hit the crossbar. But
this is chalked.
there, it's in his favor. Crossbar is working. Much to his favor. As crossbar in and then crossbar out. 30 seconds left. March gotta be feeling the time constraint. Goes for his special flick backwards, awkward Batmobile style. 12 seconds, gives it away. He's gotta mount an offensive attack here. Just goes for it, and what a touch. Emerson may have just sealed it. And there it is. They're winners. As Godspeed take it 4-2 victory. Yeah, I have that. I have his. That's him. I can customize crossbar sounds. So we have his voice anytime it hits a crossbar. Yeah, I mean, honestly impressed by both teams, for real.